Hey guys, Kenzairo here, and today's video is about something that has been a matter of discussion for a very long time. Since the announcement of DBZ Kakarot, people kept wondering about how much story of the franchise is the game going to cover and exactly what happens once you finish the story mode of the game. At first, when the game was announced, we were not shown footage beyond Frieza Saga, but now you know that the game is going to cover the entire Z story. So what happens once you finish the Majin Buu saga in the game? Well, in the coming days, I believe at Jump Festa, they're going to reveal that once you finish the Majin Buu saga, you're going to unlock various different sub-stories in the game. These sub-stories might actually be pretty interesting. Some are related to Gohan, and there's also one sub-story in which the time machine that Future Trunks used in Cell Saga reappears on the game map. So you can go on to investigate that. Apart from these sub-stories, you're going to unlock more support characters in the game. Currently, they have announced that you can use Yamcha, Krillin, Tien and Chaozu as support characters. But after you finish the Majin Buu saga, Trunks, Goten and Android 18 are going to be unlocked as support characters as well. So it appears that once we finish the game, there's actually quite a bit more content in the game left to keep us busy. Now that was the news bit. Here's some speculation for you guys. Do you think that the game is going to cover Beerus Saga as a DLC? Well, I understand that this is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot and not Dragon Ball Super Kakarot. But you have to keep in mind that Beerus Saga and Resurrection F Saga were originally part of Dragon Ball Z. Their stories were retold in Dragon Ball Super, yes, but originally they were marked as Z stories. Now here's what I think. The game is going to cover Beerus Saga and also going to cover the stories of the Z movies. Keep in mind that this is speculation, but I have very good reason to believe that this will be true. The reason I think that is because as soon as the pre-orders for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot went live, we came to know that the game is going to get 3 versions. One was of course the collector's edition, then the other 2 were the deluxe edition and the ultimate edition. These 2 are the ones that we are interested in because they come with a season pass. And this season pass includes 2 original episodes and a new story. A new story, that sounds interesting. If they are separating the content as 2 original stories and a new story, then this new story is obviously nothing original but something that already exists in the franchise. And what comes after Majin Buu Saga? Well, Battle of Gods arc. So there is a good chance that Beerus Saga is going to be a DLC for the game in the coming months. Apart from that, there is one more thing that we are forgetting about, and that is Oob. Dragon Ball Z doesn't really end at Majin Buu Saga. After Majin Buu Saga, we get a scene with Oob and Goku. If they are trying to cover the Dragon Ball Z saga in an authentic way, there is no way they are going to leave out Oob from that equation. However, the scene with Oob takes place years after Majin Buu Saga, and Battle of God Saga and Resurrection F Saga is between that time period. So if they want to cover Oob, they have to cover the Beerus Saga as well. Now usually around this time of the month, I give you news and information regarding Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, FighterZ and Kakarot. But this time around, there's pretty much nothing related to Xenoverse 2 and nothing related to Dragon Ball FighterZ either. I said this before on Twitter, but starting this month, the marketing of Bandai Namco is going to shift towards Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Kakarot is supported for the coming year or 2. Xenoverse 2 released in 2016 and that game has been getting DLCs for the last 2 or 3 years. There's no reason to believe that Kakarot is not going to be the same. There's tons of content they can still cover. There is Beerus Saga, Resurrection F Saga, and there's also tons and tons of Z movies. What if you can travel to alternate realities in the game and maybe then follow the stories of the Z movies? The possibilities with the movies are endless. In terms of content, Xenoverse 2 is pretty much done. However, Dragon Ball FighterZ is not. There's going to be a season 3 for Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I'll probably cover that in the next video because there's too much to talk about there. If you are interested in Dragon Ball FighterZ, check out my previous video where I explain behind the scenes development of Dragon Ball FighterZ. But for this video, this is it. We are probably going to get more information around Jump Festa, which is in about 3 or 4 days. If you do, I'll update you guys on it, so subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you next time.